Delinquent Nation, Prison Diaries. I just want to make a quick video just to address what I said in my last video with Billy Miyagi, the last podcast. I had said that joint enterprise had been scrapped when in fact it hasn't actually been scrapped. The reason why I said that was because if everyone that was in jail around those times was under the impression that it got scrapped, but it hasn't been scrapped, it just got changed. The reason why everyone was under the impression was because we have something called the Inside Times, and around that time when the law changed, the joint enterprise law changed, the headline was something like joint enterprise had been scrapped or something like that. So everyone was under the impression, everyone started appealing, everyone that was in for murders where they didn't actually kill the person but they're doing time for murder, everyone was appealing it. And everyone actually thought that, you know, because it's been changed, that they can now go home. Because a lot of people are inside for murders they haven't actually done. For example, Billy Miyagi, the one that I just interviewed in the podcast. So yeah, I just wanted to say, just a quick video just to say that that was my bad. It hasn't been scrapped, it's just been changed. And I'm just going to give you a few examples of how it was before and maybe a couple of what's going on now. So basically, one example was my friend from Hackney. They was kids, they was going to a house party back in the days. So they've gone to a house party and about 8 of them, and it was on CCTV, it showed all of them going to this house party. And my mate that's doing life for murder right now, he got 15 years, I think, or 16 years. I think he was around 15 when he got that sentence. But basically, they all went to this house party together. He went off and started talking to a girl, like away from the house party, started talking to this girl. In the meantime, something's popped off. One of his mates, or a few of them, stabbed and killed somebody that they had beef with. And all of them got arrested because they all came to this house party together, they all rode together, they're all like they're all part of the same group. And he got found guilty of murder too because of joint enterprise, even though he didn't even see it happen. He didn't even see the murder happen. He didn't even see a body. Do you know what I'm saying? He was chatting to a girl, but in court the prosecutor said that you was with each other all day. You must have known that he had a knife and you must have known that he was out to kill somebody. So they try and make it look premeditated when it was actually spur of the moment. And a lot of them on that case actually did get found guilty. Even I think one of the snitches, someone tried to snitch and even he got found guilty. So that was back then. They would say that you had insight, so you knew that your mate had a knife. You was with him all day, so you must have known that he had a knife. You must have known he was going to use it, or a gun. So that's what they did back then. I think now it's been changed, but I think they've just changed the wording. I'm not sure if they've changed it completely, because there's another situation where it happened afterwards, or I think it was brought to the Court of Appeals. And no, it happened afterwards actually, and there was like 6 boys, and these 2 boys out of the group used to always fight each other, and one of them used to always get knocked out. And then they've got into an argument again. They're always having fights, and one of them just keeps getting knocked out. He just keeps getting smacked up. They've had an argument again, and then they've set up a fight. Like, they've brought everyone there. They've set up a fight. The cameraman's brought his phone, he's recording it and that. But the boy that always got knocked out, he's brought a knife this time. So he's had the fight with this kid. The kid's knocked him out again, but he's got back up and then stabbed the guy that knocked him out. And everyone got charged for murder. Literally everyone got charged for murder. So, but not everyone got found guilty for murder, only the person that stabbed him, because he came forward and said, no one knew that I had a knife on me, I just brought it just in case. And basically, because he said that, everyone else got let off for the murder. So that's one example. There is another example where all of these guys, so this was right after they've changed the law. All of these guys was in these Somalian kids. They've called a cab, and the cabman's picked them up, and they're like, yeah, we need to stop off at the shop. So they stopped off at the shop. The cabman's parked outside. They've gone into the shop and they've seen an op, someone that they've got beef with. They've gone into the shop, seen the op. It's got cracking in there, and they've ended up stabbing up the kid. The kid didn't actually die though, but he got stabbed up like so many times. They came out of the shop. They've gone back into the car, to the cab. The cab's driven them to the destination. The cabman's none the wiser. He did not have a clue what had just gone on in that shop. Taking them to the destination. Eventually they all get, because it was all on camera in the shop, they all get nicked, including the cabman. And the cabman was charged for murder, but I'm not sure what happened afterwards, because I'd left him in Belmarsh. I'm not sure what happened afterwards, but the cabman was actually charged, not with murder, with attempted murder, because the kid didn't die. But that's another example of how bad joint enterprise is. Even the cabman was charged. So apparently it's changed since 2016. It hasn't been scrapped, it's been changed. I'm not sure, maybe you can Google it. I'm not sure how it's been changed, but I'm going to leave a link in the description. Please click on it, sign a petition to stop joint enterprise. It's a really bad law. A lot of people that I know, most of the lifers I know didn't actually kill the person, but because like sometimes 3, 4, 5 people can go down for one murder, and 4 of them didn't actually do it, one person did it. There's a lot more people in jail for murder that didn't actually commit the murder. There's 3 people going to jail for one body, and one person just did it. So it's a horrible law, needs to be changed. I'm going to put the link in the description. If you can click it, sign the petition, that would be helpful. Yeah, so please sign the petition, and God bless. Peace.
Yeah. Look what the cat dragged in. Billy's here pissed off and mad and ting. Alright. I told my nigga chill, I'm on license. He still bought the chiv and the strap back in. He looked and said, this is the life I know, and where we from we never really know when it's our time to go. And I can't